President Trump touching down in Puerto Rico amid an ongoing humanitarian crisis to say, at least it's not as bad as Hurricane Katrina.
If you look at every death is a horror. But if you look at a real catastrophe like Katrina, and you look at the tremendous hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that died, and you look at what happened here with really a storm that was just totally overpowering. Nobody's ever seen anything like this.
In his first visit to the hurricane-pummeled island, Trump lavished praise on his administration for its disaster relief efforts.
In Texas and in Florida, we get an A+. And I'll tell you what, I think we've done just as good in Puerto Rico, and it's actually a much tougher situation.
Pointing to a fatality count that officially stands at 16, compared to the more than 1,800 who perished from the 2005 storm.
16 people versus in the thousands. You can be very proud of all of your people, all of our people working together.
This just hours after the governor of Puerto Rico said the death toll is likely to rise.
I've established from the get-go that, due to the magnitude of this event, it is likely that that number is going to go up.
While fatalities have remained low, crisis conditions persist. Less than 7% of residents here have power. Less than half the population has access to drinkable water. And telecommunication services are still down for the majority of the island. Today, the president stopped by a local church, holding aloft emergency supplies and even tossing rolls of paper towel into the crowd. As local officials clamor for a robust relief package from the federal government, today Trump needled the island for stretching the nation's budget.
Now, I hate to tell you, Puerto Rico, but you've thrown our budget a little out of whack because we've spent a lot of money on Puerto Rico, and that's fine. We've saved a lot of lives.
As Trump greeted Puerto Ricans in one of the island's more affluent regions.
And what did you think? Did you think that was the end, or what did you think?
In other hard-hit areas, residents like Edwin Hernandez wondered if government aid would ever arrive. Aid to replace the roof of his home and to feed his 2 young daughters.
At least at this part of town, we haven't seen no military. We haven't seen nobody come through, I don't know if they forgot about us.
Further down the coast, Elba Bonanno wondered if Trump would fully grasp the scope of the devastation and the threats posed by trash piling up in the neighborhood and mosquitoes descending in swarms.
So what are you worried about for the next week or the next 2 weeks?
Epidemic.
An epidemic.